Hello everyone. Today we will have a new lesson about information, communication and technology or ICT. What is ICT? ICT or information, communications and technology is the infrastructure and components that enable modern computing. Although there is no single universal definition of ICT, the term is generally accepted to mean all devices, networking components, applications, and systems that combined allow people and organizations such as businesses, non-profit agencies, governments, and criminal enterprises to interact in the digital world. Information communication and technology is an extension term for information technology or IT that stresses the role of unified communications and the integration of telecommunications, such as telephone lines and wireless signals, and computers, as well as necessary enterprise software, middleware, storage, and audiovisual system that enables users to access, store, transmit, and manipulate information. The term ICT is also used to refer to the convergence of audiovisual and telephone networks with computer networks through a single cabling or link system. There are large economic incentives to merge the telephone network with the computer network system using a single unified system of cabling, signal distribution, and management. ICT is an umbrella term that includes any communication device encompassing radio, television, cell phones, computer and network hardware, satellite systems, and so on, as well as the various services and appliances with them, such as video conferencing and distance learning. ICT is a broad subject and the concepts are evolving. It covers any product that will store, retrieve, manipulate, transmit, or receive information electronically in a digital form, such as personal computers, digital television, email, or robots. Let's take a brief look at these two categories to demonstrate the kinds of products and ideas that are covered by ICT. The IC categories are the traditional computer-based technologies and the digital communication technologies. The traditional computer-based technologies include the standard office applications and specialist applications, while the digital communication technologies include the internal networks and external networks. For the standard office applications, the examples are in the word processing, the MS Word to write letters, reports, in the spreadsheets, the MS or Microsoft Excel to analyze financials, calculations, create forecasting models, in the database software, the Oracle or MS SQL server or access to manage data in many forms from basic lists such as customer contacts to catalogs. It also has presentation software such as Microsoft PowerPoint to make presentations, include desktop publishing like Adobe InDesign or Quark Express or MS Publisher to produce newsletters, magazines, and other complex documents. Another is graphic software like Adobe Photoshop and Illustrator to create and edit images such as logos, drawing, or pictures for use in DTP websites or other publications. For the specialist applications, there is accounting package like SAGS or Oracle to manage an organization's account. Computer-aided design or CAD, which is to assist the design process. Specialist programs exist for many types of design such as architectural, engineering, electronics, and roadways. For the specialist application also, there is customer relations management or CRM to allow businesses to better understand their customers by collecting and analyzing data such as their product preferences and buying habits, often linked to software applications that run call centers and loyalty cards. The digital communication technologies is communication of data by electronic means usually over some distance is often achieved via networks of sending and receiving equipment, wires, and satellite links. The technologies involved in communication tend to be complex. You certainly don't need to understand them for your ICT course. However, there are aspects of digital communication that you need to be aware of. These relate primarily to the two types of network in the ways of connecting to the internet. Let's look at these two briefly, the internal networks and the external networks. For the internal networks, usually referred to as a local area network or LAN, this involves linking a number of hardware items such as input and output devices plus computer processing together within office or building. The aim of a LAN is to be able to share hardware facilities such as printers or scanners, software applications, and data. This type of network is invaluable in the office environment where colleagues need to have access to common data or programs. While the external networks, often you need to communicate with someone outside your internal network. In this case, you will need to be part of a wide area network or WAN. The internet is ultimate WAN. It is a vast network of networks. And in a broader context, your ICT course will almost certainly cover the above examples of ICT in action, perhaps focusing on the use of key applications such as spreadsheets, databases, presentations, graphics, and web design software. It will also consider the following important topics that deal with the way ICT is used and managed in an organization. For example, nature of information or DI in ICT. This covers topics such as the meaning and value of information, how information is controlled, the limitation of ICT, and legal consideration. Next, the management of information. This covers how data is captured, verified, and stored for effective use. The manipulation, processing, and distribution of information, keeping information secure, and designing networks to share information. And last is the information system strategy. This considers how ICT can be used within a business or organization as part of achieving goals and objectives. Let's proceed to the components of an ICT system. An ICT encompasses both the internet-enabled sphere as well as the mobile one powered by wireless networks. It also includes antiquated technologies such as landline telephones, radio, and television broadcasts, all of which are still widely used today alongside cutting-edge ICT pieces such as artificial intelligence and robotics. ICT is generally used to represent a broader, more comprehensive list of all components related to computer and digital technologies than IT. The list of ICT components is exhaustive and it continues to grow. Some components, such as computers and telephones, have existed for decades. Others, such as smartphones, digital TVs, and robots, are more recent entries. ICT commonly means more than its list of components, though. It also encompasses the application of all those various components. It's here that the real potential, power, and danger of ICT can be found. Information and communication technology refers to both different types of communication networks and the technologies used in them. The ICT sector combines manufacturing and service industries whose products primarily fulfill or enable the function of information processing and communication by electronic means, including transmission and display. The ICT sector contributes to technological progress, output, and productivity growth. Its impact can be examined in several ways: directly through its contribution to output, employment, or productivity growth, or indirectly as a source of technological change affecting other parts of the economy. For instance, information and communication technology, or ICT, is a blanket term encompassing all the technologies and services involved in computing, data management, telecommunications provision, and the Internet. These technologies all deal with the transmission and reception of information of some kind. ICT permeates all aspects of life, providing newer, better, and quicker ways for people to interact, network, seek help, gain access to information, and learn. So let's talk about the importance of information, communication, and technology, or ICT. The information and communication technology and improved ties. Communication is a key component of the ICT mix in recent years. The merging of various kinds of technology has been increasing the number of options that people and institutions have for making contacts and keeping in touch. Traditional on-premise private branch exchange, or PBX, telephony systems built on hardwired exchanges and equipment are giving way to a new telecommunications infrastructure based on digital data transfer. Voice over Internet Protocol, also known as Voice over IP or VoIP, for example, converts voice signals into a digital data stream that can be transmitted over network connections, offering long distance and international communication at a fraction of the cost of standard telephone calls. VoIP can be used on compatible telephone hardware, specialist VoIP handsets, desktop computers, and laptops, or via mobile apps. With mobile phones, people now have a world of information, entertainment, and communication options, all at their fingertips. Besides voice and video calls, mobile users have instantaneous access to email, electronic fax or e-fax, social media, chat, and instant messaging, or IM tools. All of these are supported by a vast and growing ecosystem of mobile apps and online resources. In terms of new ways of buying and selling, in retail and other customer-facing environments, the information communication technology infrastructure that once powered simple credit or debit card transactions and centralized record keeping for commercial organizations continue to evolve, and e-commerce now integrates with the shopping experience itself. Today's consumers can shop for goods and services online from the comfort of their own homes or mobile phones using database technology and shopper-friendly websites or apps, and cutting-edge tech like augmented reality or AR, virtual reality or VR, and artificial intelligence or AI are enabling potential buyers to gain instant interactive access to information on various products and even to try them out in a range of simulated settings and environments. ICT in a new breed of commerce. Besides new avenues for purchasing and new methods of displaying and promoting commodities, e-commerce and the evolution of ICT have brought significant changes to how commercial organizations operate behind the scenes. On the sales floor, mobile devices and real-time communications, coupled with advances in data analytics and artificial intelligence, enable retail assistants and sales personnel to adjust their pitches in line with the known purchase history and behavioral characteristics of individual customers. Those same unified data management system can also optimize the organization's supply chain logistics and facilitate customer fulfillment options like same-day delivery or in-store pickup. How about the new methods of manufacturing? In the manufacturing sector, ICT is a useful support mechanism capable of rendering design and production more robust, effective, and efficient through the use of computer-based precision engineering, virtualized systems, and computer simulation. Though concerns linger over the potential impact of trade volatility, tariffs, and the global economic slowdown, industry analysts generally agree that 2020 will be a year in which manufacturers will be using new technologies to optimize their operations, maximize quality, and reduce costs. Several key technologies are likely to facilitate this. Information and communication technology powers both the customer feedback loops and data analytics. Both of these elements are allowing manufacturers to deepen their relationship with consumers, adding value to the products they create through customization. Artificial intelligence or AI and machine learning or ML help manufacturers to optimize the speed, scale, and convenience of their operations. They also facilitate the harnessing of performance data, which can be used to create smarter systems and models for all aspects of industrial operations, including supply chain management. As the fourth industrial revolution or Industry 4.0 forges ahead, new communication technologies like 5G will minimize network latency, improve bandwidth, and increase the manufacturer's capacity for real and near real-time response. 5G integration in the Internet of Things or IoT technology will enable manufacturers to increase their use of sensors, cloud platforms, centralized tracking, quality inspection, and other related systems. Analysis of key performance metrics using sensor input, AI, and machine learning is enabling manufacturing organizations to harness the power of predictive analytics for performance enhancement and preventative maintenance. Using these technologies, adjustments can be preemptively made to improve efficiency and prevent untimely equipment breakdown, saving time, resources, and money. Physical robots and robotic process automation or RPA are at the heart of Industry 4.0 and IoT operations. Physical robots can either function alongside human workers or take on tasks that might put human personnel at risk. Coupled with AI, robots and automated processes can learn and evolve through on-the-job experience. Additive manufacturing or 3D printing or AM3DP technology allows engineers to design innovative products that couldn't otherwise be made using traditional manufacturing techniques. These technologies enable rapid prototyping and the construction of tools or parts in-house. As 3D printers become more widespread and affordable, they also hold the potential to enable individuals to become localized manufacturers. Finally, information and communication technology is creating a new breed of industrial wearables. Tools and equipment such as smart glasses and biometric sensors that can link individual workers with remote databases or industrial resources, and robotic exoskeletons that can multiply the strength of the wearer. How about the information, communication, and technology in the healthcare? As with manufacturing, ICT has numerous applications in the healthcare sector, many of which had a game-changing effect on patient care, public health, running costs, and the traditional bureaucracy associated with the medical profession and life sciences. Electronic health records or EHRs enable workers at healthcare institutions to input patient data into a central digitized system that's accessible to relevant stakeholders such as medical personnel, pharmacies, and insurers. Systems can be integrated with user authentication and security policies to allow patient access to their health information and configured with alerts and notifications in response to changing conditions. Cloud storage protects against the loss of sensitive data via strong backup and data recovery services. Big data analytics may be applied at the therapeutic level in predicting epidemics, avoiding preventable deaths, developing new drugs or treatments, and improving efficiency in the general level of care. Mobile devices and video transmission are central to telemedicine and telehealth provision, enabling practitioners to conduct two-way video consultation with patients or experts, and even to perform surgery while on a video call. In a related manner, telemonitoring technology allows healthcare professionals to monitor vital signs, symptoms, and even patient blood levels from a remote location. Let's talk about the immediacy and universal availability of education. Melting the database technology with communications and interactive programming techniques, ICT facilitates electronic learning or e-learning. Here, students from all walks of life can enjoy a self-paced education in subject areas limited only by the imaginations of the course creators. The e-learning platforms like Coursera and Lectora, for example, enable individuals and organizations to partake in vocational or special interest training courses, combining formal instruction, quizzes, practical exercises, research, and interactive multimedia elements, all conducted in the learner's own time and at their own pace. With literally a world of information to choose from, courses can pull in expertise and input from the highest levels of education and industry. And with access to the internet now available in some form to the individuals across the globe, concepts like the Massive Open Online Course or MOOC are bringing educational opportunities to candidates who might otherwise miss out. Many of the courses on offer originate from some of the most prestigious institutions of learning on the planet. For schools and colleges, information and communication technology provides students with engaging, interactive, and self-paced methods of learning which increase their independence and involvement in the learning process, while also increasing their levels of digital sophistication and computer literacy. ICT-powered learning projects enable teachers and instructors to contribute their own input while continuously analyzing and monitoring the progress of their students. School management systems based on ICT allow administrators to use software and digital tools in automating various tasks, including research, library management, and general documentation. Information and communication technology reduces the need for paper documents and the waste and bureaucracy that they traditionally create. And how about the changing our impact on the environment? With sustainability and respect for the environment high on the list of priorities for individual consumers, governments, and organizations, information and communication technology presents something of a two-sided argument. Besides the physical aspects such as reduced reliance on paper-based documentation, ICT helps in monitoring climate change, mitigating and adapting to its effects, and easing the transition towards a green and circular economy. The potential of information and communication technology to solve climate-related issues is leading policymakers to seek commercial partnerships and initiatives with leading players in the industry. For example, in Europe, the Europe's Directorate General for Communications Networks, Content and Technology or DG Connect is making environmentally conscious ICT a top priority in 2020 as the organization pursues a climate-focused agenda. Similarly, the ITU has established a new focus group on the environmental efficiency for artificial intelligence and other emerging technologies, or FGAI for EE, which will meet throughout 2020 to raise awareness about the environmental impacts of frontier technologies on a global platform. The group will investigate the ability of AI and emerging technologies to contribute to the achievement of the UN Sustainable Development Goals. So that's all the discussion for the Information, Communication, and Technology or ICT. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.